Hey, thank you so much for tuning in today and welcome to my podcast studio. Before we start on today's episode, I just wanted to take a quick moment to say I am truly, truly grateful for you being here. It means the world to me and my guest for us to be able to share our conversation with you. If you do like what we're talking about, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. And if we do talk about something that you either agree or disagree with, please put it in the comments. We would love to hear your feedback. Also, please don't forget, I do a lot more than just podcasts. So every Tuesday, I'll put out a drum playthrough. I'll also documenting my journey on writing my solo album, which will feature a lot of guests that have been on the podcast. I'm also putting up a lot of tips and tricks of stuff that we do talk about in some of the podcasts, like insights that I get from some of the guests that share their journey in the music industry. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And again, please don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into it. So what have you guys been up to today?
Well, I'm actually not in Manila right now. I'm in Cebu. My husband, he's one of the coaches for the skate team, like Philippine team. So yeah, I'm gonna be here for like a couple months.
Oh, really?
Kicking it. Yeah. Where Cebu is. We have a lot of beaches here in Cebu, so
it could be worse, I guess.
It could be worse. But
so how's everything going in the Philippines at the moment? I've heard you guys, like, you have another lockdown at the moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
So what does that so what does that do for the band? I'm guessing you guys, it makes it a bit harder for you guys to catch up and rehearse and all that.
Oh yeah, it's been really hard trying to get like rehearsal time, but fortunately we have some sponsors that have studios that we can shoot band performances at.
Oh,
so
cool.
The whole 2020, like all our gigs were virtual, but at least we had them. So
yeah, wicked.
We're still pretty thankful that we still have that, but it sucks not having live gigs.
Absolutely, man. I've listened to your album the other day, the one from 2015, and obviously, like I got, like, how I got put onto you was through the Firefly single, which again also, like, it sounds fantastic, man.
Thank you.
It's a really international sound. It sort of reminds me a little bit of some like Firefly or Paramore. Something like that. Like, it's really like high energy driven.
Thank you.
Nice. Thank you.
So how did you guys start? Like, how did Saydie? How do you pronounce it? Is it Saydie or is it Saydie or?
It's Saydie.
Oh, Saydie, yeah. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Sorry about that.
How do we get that all the time?
I thought, because I actually thought it was say die, as in like two words just combined.
That was kind of the purpose of the spelling, but it was supposed to be like a girl name. We started back in, well, not with these guys, but I'm the only original member that's left. We started in 2000. So it's been so long ago. Yeah, at first we were just, playing around. We just wanted to have like, a metal band that the female fronted, and we had these pegs that we wanted, like, kind of, like in terms of musical direction. But over time we evolved into something more original.
Yep.
So yeah. Like the gig scene in the Philippines, it was really good. It was very healthy for the longest time until the lockdown. So yeah.
So because I saw there was some photos on your I think it was on your Facebook page, where you have like you're playing to some pretty big crowds, but also like I noticed that your like your videos are phenomenal, man. The one you did for what's the song called again? Yokai. Sorry, yeah. Yeah. The video there is amazing, man.
Thank
Like
you.
very
Thank you.
it looks like a very high end production.
We're very anal music videos. Yeah, the director is amazing. His name is Avid Leongoran. He's actually very professional. Like he has a lot of projects that are mainstream. So yeah, he's the best. We love
Yeah,
Avid.
wicked. And so you guys like are you signed to any label or how does it work? Because obviously like everything like all the stuff I've heard is like really high end.
Oh,
We're independent. We would have distributors, but we're mainly very independent band.
Yeah, awesome, man.
We're just we're just very picky with like recording and music video. So
Yeah. So are you doing everything yourself or have you got other people helping? I think you mentioned you had like some distributors.
yeah, for our second album, we had Universal distribute our second album. But for the third one that we're doing right now, we're actually in the middle of recording the third one. And that one we're doing completely independently. Like Lemon over here is mixing most of it. So yeah.
Wow.
yep.
So did you also mix Firefly?
Yeah, I did the final mix for Firefly.
Wow. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the production, man. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So have you got a recording studio or do you mix it from home?
Actually, we record some parts of it on different places, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember we did some parts of the what do you call this? The drums on Mark's home studio,
Yep.
and then the vocal parts. Some of it, I think it's around 20 tracks, and some of the tracks are recorded here in my house.
Oh
And then the
wow.
final mixing takes place here. I got like three separate setup of speakers, and then just listen to them, and then did
So
the mix. Yep.
so Firefly is recorded the same way.
We did it over Zoom. So because this was made during the pandemic and we
Oh
didn't have
wow.
access to
Yeah, yeah. We did have a Zoom session to actually complete all the necessary parts for the song because I think it's been like a year when we start working on the song, and it's already has the parts when we started the Zoom meeting, but we did some of the embellishments for the song during the Zoom meeting.
Just think about how
Yeah,
amazing that is. That like with technology these days, that you can simply just create and you can have band meetings, you can make songs completely remotely. Um,
yeah.
it's amazing, man. But it's so good to hear that you guys have that dialed in. So you actually have that technology, so you understand those possibilities, and you have the options to do it as well. Because again, like I've spoken to quite a few bands that are 100% reliant on having to go to a studio when they need to record songs. That's obviously quite costly, but also like if you are in a pandemic at the moment, that would make that impossible.
Yeah.
So well done. So are you also Kat? Are you also able to record vocals remotely?
I go to Lemon's house to record.
Oh,
I
okay.
just yeah. I mean, we don't really live too far away from each other, but to be in all in one place in the same time is kind of hard during like especially last year because everything was just locked down. So
yeah.
I think we're all together in a studio only like once, right? If I weren't like before the Dutan, I think.
Yeah, more than 5.
one band practice last year.
Yeah, we just did all our parts are at home.
Yeah, and then like we would see each other when we have to shoot. So it was different.
That's so crazy, man. But again, like it's obviously like that around the world. It's just so bizarre to hear, man. Because again, like we don't have any restrictions in Perth. So we still have live music and all that stuff. But what sort of restrictions have you guys got? Like what's the limit? I understand at the moment you're in a more confined lockdown. Is that right? Like everything is shut down at the moment.
Until the end of the month, is it? I lost track. Like, you can travel. Like I was able to travel because when we left, it was right before the actual lockdown.
Right.
My husband. And I'm not sure. It's really strict. For a month. First it was for a week, and then now they extended it for a month. So how is it over there? Like is normal or?
It's like we haven't really had any cases since we had a small little like a 1 week lockdown about I think 2 months ago or 6 weeks ago or something. But other than that, we haven't had any community spread cases since I think May last year.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, like we've had live music since June. And like I said, it was only interrupted like a couple of weeks ago when we had that little scare. So but the thing is, and this is a funny thing, it's only all the local bands that can play because like any overseas bands can't fly in. So it's just this tight group of all the local bands that are just playing over and over and over and over again, like every weekend. But again, it's great. It means that they get a lot of exposure.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's just very, very crazy to sort of think about the fact that there is really no live music anywhere else in the world. Every time I talk to people from overseas, it's the same thing. Everything is restricted or there's like heavy restrictions, so it's not even worthwhile going out and playing. If you can maximum be 100 people at a venue or 50 people at a venue, and you might as well not go at all. But
and no mosh pits.
Yeah. But then again, it's a perfect time to write an album. So that's again, it's awesome to hear that you guys have got some new stuff coming out. What sort of expectations have you got for the new album? Have you got anything lined up, like in regards to marketing or I know touring is a bit difficult, but like marketing or any expectations you have for the new album?
We're sponsored by Jägermeister at the moment, and they have a lot of like marketing plans for the year. So working with them in marketing song. So right now we just released the new music video. So we're still we're still working on like the marketing approach, but definitely for this year, if we don't go to Australia, we'll probably go virtual again like last year until everything fizzles down.
Yeah. So how did you get Jägermeister as a sponsor?
Before the pandemic happened, we signed with them, and we were actually in the middle of tour, Jägermeister, and then February happened and everything got canceled. Or March, actually. When was our last gig? March, right? Like an actual gig?
Yeah, March.
Yeah,
it was
yeah, we had a Jaeger party, and then afterwards everything got locked down, and that was it. Yeah.
So, but we're talking March, like a month ago, or like a couple of weeks ago.
No, like
March last year.
So you haven't played a show for over a year?
No, we played. But it's virtual already. Dutan. It's a yearly like festival and a lot of people go there. It's a tattoo convention. That happened virtually, so we got to play that, and yeah, that was our last actual like show. But it's not live. I mean, it's live, but it's not. There's no crowd. So
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah. It's a bit.
kind of weird.
It's a bit different. Yeah, yeah. It'd be a bit different is to play in front of a couple of cameras.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially the spiels, because I'm like the worst with spiels. Like, if you watch our live shows, I hardly talk. I'm like, really bad with that. But it's weirder when there's no one there.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you're doing pretty great now. Like you're talking a lot.
I talk to people. I have a thing with like talking on stage. I don't know.
Yeah, she has
But
stage fright.
Really, really. Wow. I mean, based on the videos, man. Yeah, like you look like you have a lot of energy in the videos. But I suppose you can change. Look, I actually now think about it. I'm very much the same. Like when I go on stage, I'm a drummer though, so I can sort of sit and hide behind the cymbals and everything. But yeah, like yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
yeah, yeah, I'm okay with singing in front of the spiels. Like, it always gets me. Like, oh, what's up, guys? Hey.
Hey, what's down
Being
today, man?
awkward.
What's happening? Get some mosh pits happening, some circle pits.
Oh yeah, mosh pits. Like, we're good with that. Like, we always had mosh pits. Hopefully, we get them soon.
But in regards to the shows and you mentioned earlier that you were touring at the time with when you signed with the Jägermeister. So are you touring in the Philippines or have you toured anywhere else?
Yeah, we're only in the Philippines during that time because it just started, and we were gonna have Japan, Korea, but then
Yeah.
pandemic happened. So
We were supposed to go like around February last year. Or June, yeah.
we're
June.
supposed to go June, yeah, but then everything got shut down. So
Oh man. Can you go back? Like, is it possible to reschedule that tour for, I don't know, next year or whenever the world is a greener place again?
oh yeah, for sure. Like, we are going for sure. Like, just give us that permit and we'll go.
Yeah. Are you guys doing anything but music on the side? Like, do you have any day jobs or anything else you're doing to make money?
Yeah, I'm an IT guy
Oh, what? Sorry.
during the night. I'm an IT guy during the night.
Oh, right,
That's
right.
the,
No, I haven't done anything yet. I'm still looking for a job. Yeah.
And
Very hard.
for well, my brother and I, we own a live subtitle company. We provide live subtitles for schools in the States and in Japan. So I'm a live captioner.
Right, right. So how does that work?
Yeah. So everything that's being said, I make the subtitles for it. So I don't type it. We use a speech to text app. So pretty much I mimic everything that's being said, and then it gets typed out and edited in real time. It's mostly for deaf students. They use that. So when they attend class, they can whatever the teacher's saying, there's subtitles, and especially now everyone's on Zoom. So we did we have a spike of classes. So been really
Yeah.
busy with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's vastly different than being on stage and screaming at people, man.
Yeah.
But,
it explains stage fright.
Yeah, but that's very, very interesting. Yeah, I could actually see that would be something that would be in demand with everything sort of transitioning to being online.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we've been getting a lot. Like last October, I was handling around 400 classes a month.
400.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see how that would keep you busy. So you said you had that with your brother?
Yeah, my brother is my boss, so he's also deaf as well. So it's
Right.
very, yeah, it's we're very intertwined with like the whole DSPS department of schools and universities. We help out with a lot of projects for the deaf, and that's one of them.
Fantastic. That's wonderful, man. That's
Thank you.
so in regards to the whole band, obviously I only have three of you here, and I think you're five in total. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's everybody up to? So like, because obviously these days, and you're all sitting by yourself and stuff. So are they all good to record stuff as well for the new album?
Yes.
I think, yeah, they both have recording equipment at home, so it's not really that hard to send files, but we need to practice together. That's our dilemma, because we can't find a studio where we can practice together.
But so,
We might
but
be-
I'm curious to hear how your work process would work in this case. So, because are you writing the songs remotely as well, or have you written the songs already?
We have a couple of tracks that it's not done yet, but what happens is it starts with guitar, and then I guess the file gets passed around and it gets more complete, and then once it's kind of complete, we have to jam it out like just like a normal song construction. But it might have to be over Zoom again with all this going on. So,
Yeah, but so like, would you do like like, would someone write a riff, or would you create like a beat first, or like how does a song develop?
Yeah, usually starts with the guitar.
Yeah, it's the melody first, and then
the riffs first, and then it will be submitted to us. We pass around the file,
Yeah,
and then usually Kat will do the melodies for the
I'm the last one for the vocal melodies.
Because
I don't know. During the writing process, it just come instantly.
Yeah,
we
like,
come up with the parts like, I don't know. It's very instant. Like if we send the files to Mark, our drummer.
Yep.
He already has the parts in his mind, in his head, and then he'll just send it through email, or we have the Google Drive, right?
Yeah, we pass around, and each one like contributes record on top of that, and then when all is complete, we'll meet up. We'll have like a meeting about it, of what touch ups and tweak, and then once that's done, we'll start recording like the final touches. I would go to Lemons.
That's quite impressive. If you're able to do all that remotely, especially as a drummer, is he recording everything on a real drum kit, or is he doing it like via triggers?
For the drums, we have. I blended some of the samples from the like takes, and then some of it I use replacement from what do you call this? Dicted drums. Yep, and I think that's the most natural sounding drum. If you're trying to record for an album, instead of just using just triggers or samples, or just the acoustic tracks for the drums.
Yeah, now you can do so much with like sound replacing and all that sort of post production. plugins at the moment. But yeah, like I can't remember which song it was, but I remember when I heard it driving home in the car yesterday, I was like, the snare sound on one of those songs was so fat. Like it reminded me of it actually reminded me of a Korn album, the Paradigm Shift album. So it had this really like the snare sound was so good. I can't remember what song it was now, but yeah, it really stood out to me as like the drum production was really good. So yeah, it's super cool to hear that you guys sort of able to do all that yourself, especially if you can sit at home and mix it as well. That would also obviously like would make everything a lot more affordable to track and release.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get on to Universal as a distributor?
I think it was one of my our friends, Jamir. He from Slapshock. He passed on not too long ago. He helped us out with contact with Universal. Like, oh, you guys can distribute through Universal. I'll hook you up. And then we went there and gave gave our album, and then they were like, but that was just for the second album. For the third one, we're doing it completely just us.
Right.
And our music though, it was in-house because we have a really tight management and production team. It's not just the band. And for the music video, the whole like directing, editing, everything was in-house. So it's the whole Saydie team. Because since there's a pandemic, you can't have too many people and stuff like that. It worked out. Yeah.
No, it sounds really exciting, man. Especially if you sort of got to try and do all of it yourself, sort of moving forward, so you have sort of full control over the whole process.
It was when we first, because we did a couple of sessions to shoot the whole music video because the try wasn't too good. So we had to do it. Since it's our first time really like doing a music video without a director, like without just us, and yeah, it's not that easy.
No, but and at the same time, like there's so many ways of doing a music video these days. Like and you like shoot performance based if you have a story, like and obviously like the last one you did for Yokai was obviously almost like a little movie.
Yeah.
So again, very very sort of like cinematic and a lot of cool effects and all that. But nah, man, it's super cool, man. Like I said, I'm a big fan, and I've only known you guys for less than a week. But the song like this. Like your sound is very international. So again, I could definitely see that with the right avenues, like there might be a way to sort of reach a bit further out there. Have you got any sort of network lined up or any channels you want to try and pursue now that you are doing it yourself?
Well, yeah, we're trying to tap into the international scene for sure because we've been around for like 18 years. So we've played like every large venue here in the Philippines, and we're ready to get out.
Yeah.
And I think with the yeah. We did play in 2008. We played the Whiskey A Go Go in LA. That was a while back.
Oh wow.
With different bands. But still Saydie. And hopefully, yeah, when all this pandemic goes away, we're ready to get out for sure.
Yeah. So tell me a bit more, or at least just try and give me maybe the short version then of the story. Like, how did you end up in LA?
I lived there for a bit. In 2006, my mom passed away, so I had to, for family reasons, I had to move, and I was away from my band for a while, like probably 4 years. But on my second year or third year in LA, I was able to get a gig. Like I gave our demos to like the Whiskey A Go Go guys, and they were like, "Yeah, if your bandmates are gonna come here, then for sure." And then we were able to play 4 gigs. We played the Whiskey, and we played at Long Beach too, and San Diego. That was fun. It was interesting. And yeah, at the time they were digging us, but then I came home, and then we continued, our music journey here.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
yeah.
So what was the response like in the States?
Good. It was really good because I'm tiny, and like a lot of the audience, they're a lot bigger in the States, and you guys are a lot tall. Like they're a lot taller. Of course, they were shocked that I think that's how we kind of like caught people's attention in the first place. Because even out here, when we started, we were really young. Like I was like 16 when we started, and we were able to like our fan base picked up pretty quickly, and I think it's because it's easy to remember. It's easy to remember us because of the shock, and then we just have to like live up to it and not fuck up.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man. Look, man, it's like I said, I'm super excited to hear a bit more about everything on the new album stuff. Have you got a release album? Sorry, release album. Have you got a release date for the album yet, or is there another single coming?
There should be another single coming, but we just have to make our way. How we're gonna jam, and especially now, but with vaccines coming, maybe things will get better. But we're working on it.
It's gonna be exciting to see how much of a difference a vaccine would actually make, because I think with all the new strains that are coming and stuff, who knows, man? Who knows? It's just such a crazy world at the moment.
Are you considering the vaccine?
But we don't really need to at the moment. I don't know. I'm a little bit torn. It's like, I mean, obviously, if it is something where you can see there's like a proven track record and it actually works and stuff. Yeah, look, I would have no problems getting the vaccine, but I don't know, man. It's like I don't have any travel plans at the moment anyway, so it's not like I'm desperate to go anywhere else. So, I'm sort of pretty flat out here at the moment, but yeah. What about yourself though? Are you guys are you gonna get vaccinated?
I don't know.
Not at the moment.
I'm not like, I don't know. I think I'm okay with it. Maybe. I mean, as long as I don't grow like another head, or I want that like I want that ID that says "Don't please let me go." Just I just want that pass. I don't know about my bandmates. What about you guys?
Yeah, not at the moment. But I'm thinking about getting the vaccine.
It's too early, isn't it?
Yeah.
Too early.
It is.
I'm pretty much going to be like you, Stefan. Yeah, it's too early.
It's like, look, let someone else run the trial run first, hey, and then we'll see if anyone else are gonna grow another head or something. You know what I mean? And then okay. But it's I mean, look, it is what it is, and look, if it's something where I don't know, man. If I think if I had to go somewhere, then maybe I would probably get it. So if I like, I'm from Denmark originally. If I had to fly back home and visit my family or something, probably I would get it, because it's pretty bad in Europe. But but right now, nah, I'm in no rush, man. And again, I understand why people overseas, and I understand why people would like to get it if they are. It's like, for instance, like if you're in the States at the moment, that's still super bad. Yeah, I can understand why you'd get it, and hopefully that'll give you some peace of mind. And who knows, man? But it's like I said, it's just such a crazy world at the moment, man, because it's just nuts to think that this thing has just shut down the whole world, pretty much. and still are, like you guys are in lockdown again, and a lot of other places in the world is the same. So it's
If the vaccine's gonna get my mosh pits back, I'm down.
get it. That's wicked, man. All right, guys. Just before we round up, where should people go and check out you guys? Obviously, I'm looking at your Facebook here, so I can see you got your Facebook Saydie official.
Saydie official.
That's it.
And IG is official Saydie, and
that's the other way around.
Yeah. And yeah, what other channels do we have? We have YouTube.
You got YouTube, yeah.
Got Spotify.
We already have TikTok.
And TikTok. Our song is on TikTok.
Is that your account?
It's there, so if you guys want to use it, just tag us.
Which one?
There's gonna be, speaking of Mark Jaeger to have
TikTok.
Firefly.
Yes.
TikTok battle. TikTok lip sync battle, something like that.
Wicked.
Yeah. So yeah, our music video is out.
Yeah, that's out on YouTube. But I suppose like YouTube. but you'd be sharing that across the other platforms as well.
Yeah. IG and I think Facebook, it's already there, but just like not the whole thing, not the whole way. But on IG, yeah, for sure. And then we have Twitter. Right?
Yep.
Also, is it official Saydie or Saydie official? One of those.
So if you go in and you search for Saydie, Saydie, it should pop up.
Yeah, you should.
Fantastic. Have you had any luck on Twitter? Like I find Twitter a little bit off for music.
That's how we got our Japan, Korea gigs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Actually, Twitter is big in Japan, mostly on the metal scene. Most of the metal bands in Japan use Twitter to promote their stuff. So when we're trying to get the gig for the Japan, Korea, one of the guys told me that we should be start promoting in Twitter because most of the Japanese look at or checks their Twitter for like gig scans or promotional stuffs for the bands. So yeah, That's how we got it to Twitter.
Wow, that's interesting.
I was really surprised too because most of the bands here in the Philippines use just Facebook to like promote their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Facebook and YouTube sort of seems and Instagram, of course, sort of seems to be the biggest platforms to use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I'm so glad to hear you guys have got TikTok. That is important. Fantastic, man. But look,
talk about Mark.
What was that, sorry?
Talk about marketing. TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok. Oh, but well, I suppose like the cool thing about TikTok is that it's the same format as Instagram and it's Instagram Live or what do you call it? Like the horizontal. Yeah. So if you have if you've shot anything in that format, yeah, you might as well just recycle it and use it on TikTok as well.
True.
Good stuff, man. All right. Well, look, guys, it was a pleasure. Really happy that we had a chat, and I'm really stoked to follow you guys and listen to the new album. Did you have a rough idea of when it was going to come out, or is it still too early to say?
I would say end of the year to maybe
last quarter of the year.
Yeah, but
we got like 2 or 3 more songs on the line.
Yeah.
I hope
we're getting awesome. There, but the way we are, we get too excited with a new song, and then we release it, and we make a music video, and But yeah, it'll get for sure.
Awesome, man. Fantastic, man. Guys, thank you so much for your time, and I'll look forward to following it all.
Thank you, Stefan.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
hopefully we see each other in person.
Hopefully we'll see you guys in Australia sometime as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yes.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. No worries. It was a pleasure. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
you.